You're most welcome to this second episode of chemistry on how to answer questions under the new competence-based end of cycle exams. Like we addressed you in the previous video where we showed you different areas of construct. Today I come with a test item which is derived from an area of construct in section B, where we have to look at the industrial processes. And I remember outlining a particular basis of scoring where learners' responses should be directed to and organized in such a similar manner. Today I come with a question where we are using sulfuric acid because it is a known electrolyte in accumulators, or what we normally call batteries. It's on a high demand, and we are realizing in the scenario that the government has seen need to support an investor that can increase production. However, the locals have always complained on the government only supporting foreign investors. I think this has been even evidenced in the previous meeting of the businessmen with our president. Government has decided to advertise for the local investors to show how much knowledgeable they are in production, so that they can also be funded or win the funding from the government. And you have been requested as a chemistry learner to come up with a write-up to show how knowledgeable you are in order to win the funding of the government. So with this scenario, we want to see how best a learner's response can be and how we can be in position to answer and score marks accordingly. When you look at the way we have to respond to such a question, I took you through the particular basis of assessment expected from the learner, and I will continue guiding you through before we go to any other thing. I would like to consider the basis of assessment of a learner. What would we expect learners to do? So basis of assessment. Like we agreed, number one, I would like to see the raw materials, because this is an industrial process. Number two, I would like to see the process of production as another basis of assessment. Three, I would like to see the environmental impacts, and this one comes with mitigations. And lastly, our responses are going to be directed towards the social benefits. So as we are planning to answer the scenario we've been having, our answers are going to be directed to those 4 criteria for us to be in position to generate all the scores. So if we are starting to respond, This is my basis, and on that basis, we shall provide a write-up. So a learner is free to go ahead and draw a simple table of this nature. If you come up with a table of this nature, we have no challenge with you as a learner. And in my first basis, I'm going to list the raw materials used. And in these raw materials, under the contact process, we shall use a gas known as sulfur dioxide gas. We shall use oxygen as another raw material, and the third will be catalyst known as vanadium 5 oxide. This one does not necessarily, it's not necessarily used in the process itself, and we shall see how it is incorporated into the description. The second response will be on the process of production. This is how we expect our learners to respond to the different questions given. My first response will talk about sulfur dioxide and how it is treated. So first and foremost, sulfur dioxide is going to be purified to prevent catalytic poisoning. The gas is oxidized by oxygen over heated vanadium 5 oxide catalyst at high pressure to form sulfur trioxide gas. And he said yesterday that in the process of production, we expect equations to be written. So here, sulfur dioxide, which is a gas, is going to be oxidized by oxygen, which is also equally a gas, in a reversible reaction to form sulfur trioxide, which is also a gas. And all equations should be balancing in order to qualify for scores. The sulfur trioxide produced, sulfur trioxide gas is dissolved in little concentrated sulfuric acid to form an oleum. So we write an equation to show the oleum, how the oleum is formed. So if I have sulfur trioxide, which is a gas, and I dissolve it in sulfuric acid, which is concentrated, sulfuric acid, which is a liquid, from an oleum, which is also equally liquid. Still under the process of production, it is this oleum is diluted with a minimum amount of water to form concentrated sulfuric acid. So this should also be represented with an equation where our oleum is dissolved in very little amount of water, and the product becomes sulfuric acid, which is a liquid. So that will be the process of production as a second basis of assessment. After the process of production, move to the next basis of assessment, which is basically the environmental impact. So I expect a learner to come here and write environmental impacts and mitigations. You write an impact and attach a mitigation. For example, such industries release toxic gases that pollute air, causing greenhouse effect and global warming. So after writing such an impact, we expect you to come and provide a solution that this can be minimized by planting trees to absorb carbon dioxide and also using gas filters in industries. These ones will end up absorbing the toxic gases from the atmosphere so that we reduce the level of pollution. The other would be release smoke from the carbon fuels used to run machines, which also pollutes air. However, this can be reduced by use of alternative sources of energy to run machines, e.g., electricity, which is environmental friendly. Definitely, there are others like change of soil pH when the acid spills into soil, and this one, which can be minimized through proper disposal of the waste acids, among others, and environmental impacts and how they can be solved. Lastly, we expect learner to come up with social benefits. How the society or the community around such a factory benefit from it. And in that case, we can talk about things like source of employment to residents. Number two, the sulfuric acid made produced is a raw material for manufacture, raw material for manufacture of fertilizers, and soapless, detergents, used as a drying agent in other industrial processes for preparation of gases. The sulfuric acid manufactured is a reagent used in school laboratories. Cleaning house, a teacher, learning, or science. That science is basically chemistry, among others. So that's how you come on and be in position to respond to such a scenario-based question, which is in section B under the area of construct that involves appreciating industrial processes and how best we can use them in our societies. I thank you for following Smart Science. Keep on following for such videos. We shall be continuing to throw more light on scenario-based questions. Thank you very much, and remain Smart Science. Keep watching, follow, like, subscribe, and comment on all the videos of this channel. And share the link to all other members out there so that we can increase our scope. Thank you.